Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael Roscoe Drabousky of the Gibson Residential Group, and I'm a licensed realtor here in the northern Colorado, Denver metro area. So today, I'd like to talk to you guys about the things I learned and the things I wish I learned earlier as I started my journey here in real estate. Let's get this. So my journey began back in 2020. As the world was shut down from COVID, many of my friends and my family were all complaining and talking about the things that they were missing, the things that they couldn't do. And I decided to take it upon myself not to be like them. I decided I want to do better for myself during this time. I wanted to provide more value to myself and my family, and I wanted to use this forced downtime to acquire some new skills, new knowledge, and to really become a better person. So instead of looking at this forced shutdown as a negative, I looked at it as a positive. During this time, I decided to put my musical career on hold, which had been a lifelong love of mine, and focus on something that could provide additional financial security to me and my family. So, with all of this newfound free time, I decided to pursue something that I've been putting off for at least 10 years, real estate. I immediately decided to take the plunge and signed up with an online real estate school and began studying my ass off for the next 6 months. By the end of 2020, I was ready to take my real estate license test and start this new adventure. So, 2021 comes and I set the date for my test. I arrive for my test and immediately dig in, hoping all of these months of training and studying would come rushing back and blast me through this monstrous test. It was completely crazy. While taking this test, not even halfway through, I was convinced that I had already failed. Everything that I studied did not seem to be here in the test or even show up. There were questions, concepts, even terminology were all literally like appearing to me for the very first time here on this exam. I thought for sure I bombed this test, and I bombed it hard. It was so bad that towards the middle of the test, I was literally saying to myself, I have no idea how or where to study for this material if I have to take this again, if I don't pass. I honestly didn't think I was going to take a second attempt and give it a second try here after, going after my real estate license. It was so bad and I was so overwhelmed that I still had over an hour left before the exam was concluded. Then, much to my surprise, I passed, and I passed with flying colors, higher than any score I had reached at any other point of my educational career. I'm still really, honestly, not sure how the hell I passed this test and got that score, but I will thankfully take it. So this leads me to the first thing that I learned during this entire process. Okay, first, find a really great school with easily accessible study tools that allow you to really immerse yourself in the real estate principles, but one that also gives you a training and understanding of how to take these tests, which are meant to trip you up and cause you to fail, I personally believe. I chose to go with an online school, Aceable Agent, and its mobile app, which I guess looking back now was okay. In the beginning, I was having to reach out to their team because things were not working as seamlessly as they should have been. I was becoming quite frustrated with this school. It also became really apparent that they basically just ported over another program's educational material and called it their own. Either way, it still did deliver me the fundamental information that was required for the test to give me the background that I needed to become a real estate agent here in Colorado. Okay, so now here's where I truly believe I found success and where I believe you should spend a lot of your time preparing for your exam. What I did for about a month prior to taking my test was search YouTube for every possible real estate exam practice test that I could possibly find. Obviously, though, You want to focus on tests that are specific to your state, but more importantly, I believe it's important to take any state's test because it really is more about problem solving and learning how to eliminate the incorrect choices on the test to get to the correct ones. This goes back to the frustration that I first felt while I was taking the test. When I mentioned, not seeing concepts or ideas and principles during the exam, that I didn't study for. Like, where did they come from? When I realized that this material presented here in this exam was information that I had previously no knowledge of, I simply used the skills that I had developed of deduction and removed answers that did not seem similar to get to the correct choice. Whatever I did apparently worked, and as I mentioned, I passed with flying colors. So let me state this again. Once you pass your school course, your school exams, take as many online practice tests as you possibly can. I think I would spend a minimum of 5 hours a day just running these exams, and I truly believe that was the key to my success. All right, so after passing the test, the most important decision that came up was which brokerage to consider working with, right? For me, I know a lot of people in the real estate industry, and I was literally just making phone calls. I met with friends and literally picked their brain about why I should choose their brokerage firm that they were with. After all was said and done, I think I probably interviewed 5 different brokerages. Oh, one really important thing to remember as a new agent is the name of the brokerage means nothing for you. Seriously. You are going to be going out there competing against other agents, and it's going to be your brand that sets you apart from your competition and how you present yourself. That is what really matters. So even though now I'm a part of an amazing brokerage, which I stand behind 110%, the most important thing to remember is it's not the brokerage. It's how you promote your brand and yourself. And remember, you are interviewing them. This is about your future and about you moving forward yourself and your new career. You need to find a brokerage that is going to stand behind you, have your back, and continue to give you educational and training knowledge to help you become successful. That is really the most important thing a brokerage can do for you. Being new to an industry, when you come into real estate, you have no idea what you don't know. That was one of the biggest challenges for me, I think. Being new and not having any clue where to begin, how to begin, or what I needed to do to move myself forward and my new business forward, that was the challenge. Finding that brokerage which would be there for you to hold your hand when needed and to give you those answers is going to be the true key to your success. If you don't have it, you're going to flounder, you're going to fail, and then you're going to jump ship and try to find a next brokerage, blaming everything on them. Rinse and repeat, right? So coming into any new industry, you're going to have lots of questions. Some brokerages are going to be great about answering those questions and giving you the guidance. Some sadly are not. So spend the time and really interview these companies when you speak with them. Understand what their educational process is like. Speak to their mentors and find someone that clicks with you both professionally but also personally and is on the same wavelength as you. You're going to be spending a lot of time with these people. So make sure you're with like-minded individuals with the same types of goals that you have. Looking back for me now, it wasn't who was going to give me the best split when it came to commission payouts or what kind of marketing support they were going to give to me. It was really about finding a brokerage that could provide more education, more training, and more personal development. And that was the help that I truly believe I needed being a new agent. As I mentioned, I interviewed about 5 different brokerages, and I ended up going with eXp Realty. And I'll probably make a more in-depth video on why I chose eXp here at a later date. But for me, it was a countless number of reasons. eXp is head and shoulders above the other brokerages. From online training with some of the world's leading real estate agents and investors, a much more generous commission split, It's an industry disruptor with leading edge technology and multiple streams of income. Those are all the factors that swayed me in favor of EXP. Okay, so this part of the video is probably the most important thing you need to consider once you've passed your test and chosen your brokerage. And that is finding an amazing mentor. Please, if you take anything away from this video, I want you to place the most value and importance on finding a solid mentor that you connect with on all levels. For me, this turned out to be one of my biggest challenges and mistakes early on, and an important lesson that I learned throughout this entire process. You know, as with anything in life, you're only as good as your experience and your knowledge, and the people that you surround yourself with. If you don't have a great mentor who's available to you 24/7, who can answer questions whenever you have them, who can guide you, help you, and have your back at all times, then you're with the wrong mentor. I'm sorry. I spent my first few months with a nice mentor. We personally got along really great. They were a super cool human and a great individual, but was not the kind of mentor that I personally needed. For me, I needed to be held accountable. I needed to be taught, I needed to be educated, and I needed to be, to sit side by side and walk through real world experiences to gain the knowledge, confidence, and understanding of this new industry that I was in. Sadly though, my first mentor did not work out for me. Since this is my new career, my life, and my future, I took it into my own hands to go out and find someone who could give me everything that I needed as a new agent. And I am so happy and so grateful that I found an incredibly smart woman who checked all those boxes and gave me all of her attention and shared and imparted her many years of wisdom. Let me state this again, as this is truly probably the most important part of this video. You must find a mentor who is there for you 24/7, willing to give you all their time and knowledge and experience. The amount that I learned in the first 3 or 4 short months with her was amazing. Having a solid mentor is way more important than which brokerage you choose, what area you're deciding to work in or farm, or really anything else. The right mentor will make or break your career in real estate. You know, I think it's a statistic that I keep seeing thrown around, is that most agents wash out of the industry within their first 1 to 3 years, if not sooner. What prevents that is having a solid mentor who gives you the fundamentals and understanding of this industry and how to succeed. Having someone who's not afraid to share the secrets of their success is imperative, as it gives you a window into how you could be running your business, your brand as a real estate agent. If your mentor isn't there for you every minute of the day when you need them and isn't willing to impart their years of wisdom and knowledge, get rid of them immediately. Seriously, you're just wasting time. It's only hurting you and your career. Okay, the last item I'm going to speak about here is the importance of building yourself and your brand here in real estate. Now, a lot of this could come from having a really great mentor, sure, or even being part of a really strong brokerage. But being in real estate is all about what you bring, not what your brokerage does for you. You know, aside from being a musician, I have spent the past 30 years of my life working in marketing and advertising. My background is heavy on creative problem solving, creative concepting, building brands, bringing visibility to people's products and visions, and tying in marketing data to bring visibility and success to companies and their products. I've thrived and been successful doing this for almost all of my life. So once you enter real estate, you have to understand and truly master the key principles of marketing, advertising, and promotion, along with having exceptional people skills, communication skills, and organizational skills. You know, when I started this journey 2+ years ago, I never realized I would be developing a YouTube channel here. and all of these social media platforms, and that I would be promoting myself with so many different social platforms to help build success here in real estate. I thought my brokerage would find me these customers. Nope. Now, if you have a marketing background or a sales background, this is going to help you immensely in real estate for sure. Or maybe you've got great people skills and people are just naturally drawn to you. That's another exceptionally great skill to have here in real estate. But guess what? You don't need to come into real estate with any of those skills. The amazing thing about this platform that you're watching now right here on YouTube is that all the information you need to pretty much succeed in life can be found here with a simple YouTube or a Google search. You know, I came into real estate following a YouTuber named Mike Sherrard of eXp Realty. His content, his enthusiasm, his knowledge excited me and showed me the ways to be successful as a real estate agent. Plus, he reminded me a lot of myself, which is important when you're trying something new, right? To have a partner or a friend or a coworker that you can connect with on many levels as you begin your journey in a new industry, it's really important. So while you're doing all your studying for your tests, you're learning all the ins and outs of your local real estate market, you're going to really need to spend a lot of time understanding how to create videos, how to engage and connect with people naturally on social media, and how to naturally speak to people in a social environment. It's really about communication and connecting people. That's what real estate is. So once you pass your test, you get done your school, the real work begins, trying to understand how to build your brand and how to market your brand, how to differentiate yourself from your competition, and how to make yourself the most valuable real estate agent you could be for your clients, because that's what we're here for, servicing our clients. Again, this is one skill set that I've already been perfecting for 30 plus years by building other people's brands and other people's businesses. It's just something that I've been doing for forever. If that's not the case for you, then it's going to be very important that you find that brokerage and that mentor that can help guide you and teach you and give you those skills. And if that brokerage or mentor doesn't, then you're going to need to spend many hours watching YouTube and Google searching for anything you could possibly learn about how to market, how to advertise, and how to make a real estate career work for you. Then you're going to need to put in those countless hours to script and shoot and reach out via all your social media channels. It truly is a full-time job that goes well above 40 hours a week because you're always letting people see the true, authentic you, which is so important. It's not just about selling homes. It's about people connecting with you, seeing similarities in themselves with you. That's what helps win customers, clients, as well as friends in life. So just remember, marketing and building a brand, self-promotion, and communication skills are going to be the most important things that are going to set you apart and make you a successful real estate agent. It's kind of funny. I'd actually say about 75% of my success comes from things I do outside of real estate. Maybe 25% of my skill set that wins me the clients and makes me successful here is knowing the contracts and law and all the details in my local real estate market. But my experience is showing me it's everything that I'm doing to build my brand, my personality, and my channel. That's what's gaining me success. I'd like to thank you all so very much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really do appreciate your time. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I personally make sure to respond to every comment that comes through here on my channel. I promise I'll do that. And if you have any questions about any of the topics I've covered here today, or if you want me to provide some additional information or links to some of the the resources that I use to become successful here, to help me to pass the exam, please just reach out. I'll be more than happy to pass that information along to you. If you could also do me a really huge favor, like and subscribe to my channel, tap that notification bell so you're alerted to when I drop all my new videos. I would really appreciate that. That's all I got for now. So once again, My name is Michael Roscoe Drabousky, and I'll see you in the next video.